When the two girls wake up, they have no idea where they are and have no recollection of how they have ended up here either. Not only that, but they really don't remember falling asleep either. As they both come to and realize they aren't alone, they are startled to find the other there with them. Kirino and Kiriniko both yelp, but their attempts to pull away from one another fail. The former is pressed right up against the latter's back, and even though she is not literally stuck to her, there is something stopping Kirino from pulling away. At about the same time that she realizes she is almost completely naked, she also realizes what is holding the two of them together and what it is that she is wearing. Kirino is wearing only a diaper, and Kiriniko is in the exact same boat, with nothing to cover her upper half. And the reason the two of them feel stuck together is because they are both wearing this same diaper, sharing it and pressed as close together as possible, the leg holes feeling quite snug with both sets of legs sticking out of them. "What the hell are you doing to me?" Kiriniko shouts, once she has recovered from the shock of this situation. Her voice is enough to snap Kirino out of it as well, and she is quick to fall into her usual habit of arguing with the other girl, regardless of their strange situation. "Me? What makes you think I'm doing anything to you? I'm not the practically sitting in someone's lap over here. Seriously, I knew you had to secretly be a pervert, but you're the pervert here, you." The two of them go back and forth arguing for quite a while, but they make no real progress, other than eventually accepting the fact that the other girl is not responsible for this. Neither of them are happy about this situation, and neither benefit from being in such a situation to begin with, so it is easy enough to believe that some sort of third party has done this. However, it is hard to imagine who would do it, or how they would have pulled something like this off in the first place. Speaking of pulling things off, both girls are quick to try and rip the diaper off so that they can separate themselves and rid themselves of such a humiliating garment. However, no matter how hard the both of them tug, nothing happens. The more they fail, the more panicked they become, but the material is too tough to shred apart, and the tabs will not come unstuck, no matter how hard they try to pull them up. They feel like they have fused together, and like this, there is no way for the girls to get out of the diaper they have been forced to share. "Hello, ladies, I see you're both awake." A distorted voice fills the room, and when they look to the source of it, they see a camera atop a speaker, mounted in the corner of the room. Someone is watching them. As you can see, the two of you are stuck together in more ways than one. Just who are you? What are you trying to do to us? I can't answer the first question, but the second, I'd be glad to. The two of you are being filmed for a special challenge that I'm hosting. It's not just the camera you're looking at either. There are several cameras in the walls as well, so I can just about any angle I want. Right now, it's just streaming a live feed to my office, but everything is being recorded. So, what do you think about this going viral? "I can't let anyone see me like this," Kirino shrieks, horrified at the prospect. Needless to say, Kiriniko agrees with that, and the girls are soon hurling insults at their captive, insisting that this person won't get away with this, and getting more and more elaborate with threats that they probably won't be able to carry out. "Are you two done yet?" the voice asks, when they have to catch their breath. "Now, if you really don't want this footage to escape my office, we can make that part of the challenge. Everything is more fun with a bet anyway. So if you win, then the footage disappears, but if you lose, it goes online for all the perverts of the world to enjoy." "And just what kind of game are we supposed to play?" Kiriniko asks. If only it were something simple, like a beat-em-up game, but she knows that, with a setup like this, it is going to have to be something sick and perverted. "You have 10 hours to escape from your diaper, but as I know you've figured out, those tabs don't rip off easily. There's a special adhesive holding them down, and the key to your escape is a special chemical that will dissolve it. All you need to do is find the clues that will lead you to the key, but if you fail to do that in the time limit, then you're going to be padded porn stars." He's such a creep." Kirino shudders a bit, before looking square at the camera from over Kiriniko's shoulder. "All right, so where are the clues? How do we find them?" "You're really playing along?" Kiriniko asks. "Better than ending up online. I have all sorts of games and challenges for you. You're free to turn down any that you don't want to do, but your time will be reduced by 30 minutes with every challenge you decline. If you somehow fail, you lose an hour. But if you succeed at the challenge, then you get another clue about where to find the special key. So, how does that sound? It sounds like you're a sick freak, but if it's the only choice we have, which it is, then let the games begin. With that, the voice cuts out, and no matter how the two girls may try to insist the person acknowledge them again, it seems that, for now, their captor is not going to listen. But how the hell are we supposed to know what challenges to do? Kirino finally asks. Even if it has not been very long yet, that does not change the fact that they are working with a deadline here, and even the little footage that their captor already has is more than Kirino wants to escape this room. As soon as she asks her question, a blank screen embedded in the wall suddenly lights up, catching the attention of the two girls. A message appears, reading, "To receive a clue, both of you must pee your diaper." "No way," they cry, practically in unison. Still, the words of the challenge are spelled out on the screen, not changing while the two have the chance to think this over. Both remember that time will be lost if they refuse, and even worse, more time will be lost if they try and fail. With just under 10 hours to figure this out and no idea how many clues they need to find or challenges they need to pass, can they really afford to be wasting time with the very first challenge that they are given? To be honest, Kirino finally admits, I kind of have to go right now anyway. Seriously, right now, Kiriniko demands. Well, it's not like I've had a chance to take a bathroom break in however long we've been knocked out. Besides, isn't that a good thing? I mean, if we both have to do it, at least I'm getting it out of the way right now, she snaps. Kiriniko pauses for a moment. Her expression almost entirely unreadable, save for the slight tinge of pink to her cheeks. She turns her head back around so that Kirino can't see her face as she mumbles, "Fine, if you insist. I think I could probably manage to let a bit out myself." Snickering, Kirino says, "Right, or you just have to pee right now too. Serves you right for trying to give me a hard time for it." When she gets only a grumble in response, she is certain that she was right. It only makes sense that Kiriniko would have to go as well, because they have both been trapped for about the same amount of time. "So, are you going to do it or not?" Rather than respond to Kirino's accusation, when Kiriniko speaks up after a pause, it is only to scold Kirino and urge her on. "You had all that big talk about the challenges, so..." Naturally, Kirino wants to just let loose the contents of her bladder right then, and they're out of spite that. And the more time she spends thinking about it, the more she realizes that she actually really needs to pee. So, she decides to just do it, to let go and flood this diaper and get them one step closer to getting out of it. Except, when she starts pushing, nothing happens. "Are you still not?" "Be quiet," Kirino snaps. "I'm trying to concentrate here." "Why do you need to concentrate to pee?" I don't know. I'm not used to wetting myself, and especially not on purpose. Give it a minute, okay? It's hard enough having you here with me, so..." "Oh, you're about to pee on me," Kiriniko groans. It's not that she did not understand that from the start, but still, there is something about realizing that it is really about to happen that makes it more real. Which, hearing something like that is not what Kirino needs right now, what with all of her stage fright. But as it turns out, it is exactly what she needs, because, as soon as she gets irritated at Kiriniko for saying something that makes it harder for her to relax, the more determined she is to piss on this haughty bitch and get back at her for it. With all that in mind, she is finally able to let go, with a happy and indulgent sigh as she begins to empty her bladder. The warm liquid soaks into the padding beneath her, but as her stream increases, it starts to pool around her, and that is when Kiriniko is able to feel that Kirino is peeing on her, just as she feared. Her first reaction is, naturally, to try and kick the girl, but of course, with their legs so close together and the padding restricting them, it is difficult to move very much at all. Instead, she finds herself just wiggling against her, and even though it is a pathetic attempt to get away from her, she is sure that she feels a bit of movement as Kirino shifts as well. For Kirino, the feeling is definitely nice, and the fact that she can make Kiriniko writhe before her is even better. Not only does it get her back, but it is rather enjoyable. The way that the other girl is wiggling and whimpering is almost cute, and even though she tries her best to not make a single sound, Carino can tell that she is having trouble, and she loves it. Clearly, feeling Carino let loose is enough to make her own desperation that much more noticeable. She knows that Kiriniko can feel it too, and that is why, as she finally begins to calm down, she hears her rival ask, in a hushed voice, sounding embarrassed, as if she does not want the person watching them to hear her, even though Carino is certain they still can. "Do you think I should go now too?" "What's that? Did the great Kiriniko just ask for my permission?" Carino teases her, snickering as she says this. "That's not what I asked." The other girl is quick to defend herself. "I'm just asking if—" "Just go already." Carino snaps, wanting to move on to the next challenge so that they can finally get out of this damn diaper. "If you say so." She tries to put up a confident front, but when Kiriniko begins to push, she finds herself struggling to give in completely as well. It is difficult for her to give up on that part of her that wants to resist wetting herself. If this were a normal situation, she would never want to do something like that. Of course, this situation is far from normal. Carino can tell that Kiriniko is having the same struggle as her, and so she decides to help in a mischievous way, of course. She reaches around so that her hands rest on Kiriniko's lower stomach, just over her bladder. The touch surprises her so much that, at first, she is completely frozen, and then, after a moment, she tries to struggle away, but Carino holds her tightly, and she does not have enough room to move. What are you doing?" Kiriniko hisses, squirming as she feels Carino's hands pressing into her stomach. "I'm just helping you out, okay?" "That's not helping me out. This is weird." "You're not going, are you? So I'm going to help." "Shut up, that's not," but she is interrupted by the sudden feeling of warmth and wetness spreading beneath her. You're not, I'm not." "Hey, you said you were going to do it, and now you're going." The diaper begins to absorb Kiriniko's piss as well, and with both of them in it, the padding becomes soaked quickly. However, it seems able to absorb just about anything, so neither of them have to worry about springing any leaks from that, even after emptying both of their bladders into it. Even the leg cuffs, holding 2 pairs of legs in, do not show any sign of give or leakage. It would be almost admirable if either of the girls were the type to stop and admire a diaper, let alone in a situation like this. "Congratulations!" The voice of their captor comes over the speaker again, startling the 2 girls. If they had not already just peed, if the diaper weren't already wet, it would not have remained dry for long with a scare like that. "Your first hint is—" "Something borrowed, something blue." What does that mean?" "You'll have to figure that out. Maybe your next clue might help." "That isn't fair. We did what you said, so. And how is it not fair? You have your clue, try and think about it, and maybe the next challenge might help you out. You still have a while before this game is over, after all. Still plenty of time to figure it out." With that, they are left to their own devices until they are given their next challenge. The game has only just begun, and already they can't imagine what might come next.